I asked 250,000 people to recommend me a book that changed their point of view. And here is mine. Back in 2022, in my university dorm, I picked up Norwegian Wood by Haruki Murakami. Controversial pick, I know. Murakami has a long history of writing women a particular way, but what stayed with me was not the plot. It was the atmosphere, the depictions of food and descriptions of how they were made. It was the culture, it was the bowl of ramen, and it was absolutely beautiful. And it reminded me of my home, Singapore. It was the first time I read moments from my life depicted in an actual book. Safe to say I never felt seen in a book until then, and that's where it all began. And that was the start of Book Date. I've been building Book Date for 2.5 years, and the idea was simple. Stories build connection. Fast forward 6 months and I started working at a bookshop in Notting Hill. Unfortunately, no Hugh Grant, but I did see Eddie Redmayne, but that is a story for another time. At the time when I was at the bookshop, it was when I found my voice. I ended up talking to people for honestly hours on end about the books that I needed to recommend to them. Probably not the best bookseller because I probably sold a book an hour, but it was also the time when I realized that books were a conversation starter. And that's when it all clicked. A book was no longer just a place to be seen, but it was a place to see others. Books carry sentiment, empathy, voices, stories from places you've never experienced, and they find you at a time when you least expect it. 2 years ago, I wanted to test that theory in person. That's when I started Cozy London Book Club. It all began with just 5 people in a room. Today, we hit 10,000. The whole idea is simple. Stories bridge connection. And connection can happen in many different ways. The first and very simplest of way is when you read a book and you feel seen. That's personal, emotional connection. The second is when you read and discuss it with someone else. Not just discuss the book, but discuss how it made you feel and the experiences that you can relate. And when you start sharing a bit about yourself, when you start becoming emotionally vulnerable with each other, that's when the second form of genuine connection begins. And then there's a connection with the community, when you feel like you're part of something big. And that's what this video is for. It's for you to feel like you're part of Book Date. I welcome you to join me on this journey where stories connect us.